Hey again, this is Shannon with Yoga Medicine. I'm going to guide you through a short yin sequence that targets the front side of the body. So for those of you like me who might sit a lot, this is great to open up the chest and the hip flexors. We'll also look at the ribs and taking a deeper breath so that we can start to make more space in these respiration muscles, more space around the ribs. And for this one, you'll want a couple blocks if you have them, and then either a towel or a blanket, just something soft. So we'll start lying on our backs. You can grab your block and move into a supported bridge pose. So you can place the block on the flattest side or on the second side right under the sacrum. And then from here, just let your right leg drape forward. Allow for the heel to feel really heavy on the floor. And then lift your left foot off the floor. And the hands can rest behind the thigh or around the shin, just wherever you can comfortably reach. Now, as you stay here for time, the knee might drift open to the side a little bit. You might feel that the hip socket. You can snuggle, kind of nestle the thigh bone into the hip socket. So just feeling a little more space open up there. And then we're also looking, while we're releasing this side, we're also lengthening the right side. So notice what you feel along the front of your right hip. And as you bring the knee closer in, you might feel just a little more of a tug on the tissues on the right side. So with all of these poses that we do today, we'll stay for about 2 minutes. You can always add on, you can pause the video and make this longer, make these longer hold times if you'd like. And to release, just gently set the foot on the floor. Drag the right foot in. And of course, you'll switch sides. You might pause it here. I'm just going to do the right side. And lift your hips up. Slowly come down to the floor. And then just rock the knees side to side. And now our hips are ready. We're ready to go deeper into them. So the next pose is a pretty deep lunge. For this one, you'll want something soft under your knees. And then your blocks at the head of your mat. Before coming into this, you might just move through a few rounds of cat-cow, feeling the position of the pelvis. Feel the pelvis tip forward, and then tip under. Notice the movement of the spine with that motion. And from here, you'll step your right foot to the edge of your mat. So in Yin, we call this dragon pose, but it's also known as lizard pose. So the hands can come to the inside, and I'm going to place the blocks just right underneath my shoulders. So right foot at the edge of the mat. And then as you begin to move into this, you might start by drawing the hips back just a little bit. And then notice the beginning of a stretch. As you come down, notice where you feel a little bit of resistance. And as you feel the resistance, I want you to look for a space that's somewhere in the 50 to 70% of your full range of motion. So we want to be well within our range of motion and well behind it, so we can hold comfortably. Our hips are doing two very different things here. We're opening the left hip, the front of the left hip, and we're compressing the front of the right hip. We're bringing the bones closer together here. Just observe that. Notice what you feel from right to left. And as you hold this, if it becomes too intense, all you have to do is lean the hips back a bit. On the other hand, if you feel like space is opening up here, you might lower your blocks. You can lower your forearms. You might even roll toward the outer edge of your right foot. Just feeling the knee drift open a little bit here. dull achiness is normal here as we get into the deeper connective tissues of the body. As you come out of this, you'll just walk your hands back underneath. Lean the hips back. And then tuck your knee back underneath you. Gently move through another few rounds of cat-cow. Think of this like a resetting, just resetting the hips, recalibrating the spine. You can pause it here and do your second side. And then our next pose is a chest opener. So this one is Anahatasana, or puppy pose. You can keep the blanket underneath your knees. Walk your hands forward, your knees back a little bit. You can splay the fingers out slightly toward the corners of your mat. Just a little bit of external rotation. And then gently let your chest melt down toward the floor. Let the forehead rest on the floor, or if it doesn't reach, you can tuck a blanket or something underneath. This is a part of the spine where there's not a whole lot of play because of our ribcage. And I want you to focus on softening the space behind the heart with each breath out. And also allowing for the ribs to drape down each time you breathe out. Noticing how with the exhale, there's a little bit of give. The body yields a little bit. And then also you might emphasize your inhales here so that we can start to get a little bit deeper into the sides of the ribs. You feel the lungs inflate inside the rib cage. Noticing how the rib cage expands. And the tissues between the ribs expand. And as you hold for time, the chest might get closer to the floor, the body becoming a little more open, a little more pliable. And your counter pose for this is child's pose, so nice and easy. Come on out. Walk your arms back. The arms by your sides in child's pose here. It might feel really nice, just the draping of the arms down. And stay here for as long as you'd like. And then we'll end the practice. Our Shavasana today will be just a really mild chest opener. So we'll end in a supported fish pose. You can take your blanket and roll it up. And this will go behind the heart space. So as you come down, just allow the armpits to go above the roll. And I like to take the feet wide and knees together. And take any leg variation here. And just notice the fullness of the chest. Notice the space around the ribs. And allowing for a nice deep breath in. And with the exhale, just soften into the support. And stay here as long as you'd like. So I hope this was helpful. If you'd like to learn more about Yin and meditation, there is a Yin meditation course coming up. We're in Bali in March, and there's still space. So head over to Yoga Medicine's website and check it out. Thank you for watching.